guys!
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Real Estate with Meagan and Brooke. I'm Brooke Eby.
And I'm Meagan Caudill, and we are realtors in Northwest Florida with Keller Williams. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about home inspections and why you should get one.
Right. Some people don't realize that you can not only get a home inspection on an existing home, but you can also get one on a brand new build. We recommend them for absolutely everyone, and here's why.
You know what? Let's call TJ and have him come and tell us exactly why you should get one. TJ, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
It's my pleasure.
So can you tell us a little bit about how you got started?
Well, I got started because a friend of mine led me into home inspections when I first bought my first home when I moved up here. It was a brand new purchase. Nobody ever lived in it. And we started to see little things starting to come up, and I didn't understand what it was or why these things were missed.
Yeah, it's a brand new home. Shouldn't have any issues, right? That's what most people think.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So I led into it because I'm a firefighter paramedic, and I've been doing that for 12, 13 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of my training and instruction through firefighting goes into construction and how fire goes through the homes and how the fire
So safety aspects and things like that.
Safety aspects and everything. That's why I'm a big proponent of safety and making sure that smoke detectors and everything like that are definitely functional when I do the home inspections. But so that led me into learning more about the home inspection process and how the business side of things worked, and it just was a natural fit. It was just an easy transition.
TJ, can you explain to us what exactly a general inspection is?
Yeah, general inspection is when your house goes under contract, you have an inspection period. That's when the inspector comes in. It's generally between 10 to 14 days after you go under contract. Then the inspector comes up, looks at the house. We're looking at it from head to toe. We're going over from the roof, the structure, the electrical, plumbing, and the heat and AC.
So things that we don't see on our own. I mean, buyers aren't climbing on the roof before they make an offer.
Hopefully
Usually.
not. Hopefully not. So what we do is we have specialized tools that we use. We actually check generally we check every electrical outlet. And me personally, I have a thermal imager that I go over every inspection with so that at the end I can find anything that I couldn't see with the naked eye.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, and a really cool thing, if you do find something, is you always give pictures, detailed pictures of every single thing.
Absolutely. With any one of my inspection reports, I have detailed pictures that have arrows pointing to things, and anything that is of note will always be in bold. And at the end, a neat feature that mine has is when you go through, you'll have a summary of all your items and the ability to create a repairs list when you get done.
Yeah.
Very helpful.
Absolutely. Also, that turnaround time from inspection to actually receiving the report can be super important because they're on a time crunch.
Absolutely. When I do the home inspection, generally the reports are issued within 24 to 48 hours from the time that I leave the property. Sometimes things can get held up a little bit looking for permit information and all that, but that goes along with the WinMit and the 4-point inspections.
Right. And in the meantime, they can get in touch with you easily if they have any
Absolutely.
questions.
You can always call me for any reason.
Right, and that's why it's important to get your home inspection scheduled within the first few days of going under contract. Typically, TJ is really good at scheduling within the first day or so that you call. He's really flexible in getting you out there, but you want to make sure you have enough time to get the report back and your agent to get any kind of repair request together so you guys can work together and present that to the other side. So when a buyer calls you to schedule a home inspection, they are asked if they want a 4-point inspection. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is?
Yes, absolutely. A 4-point inspection is an insurance inspection that lets the insurance companies know whether or not anything's been updated in the property for the roof, the heat and AC, electrical, and the plumbing.
Okay. So they want to know that those updates have been done. Why?
Because generally, how I look at it is if the insurance company sees that you have a 1980s home and they don't have any information noting that it's been changed or updated, then they'll quote you based on 1980s and that everything's been original.
Okay.
If we can prove that anything's been updated, they can give you credit towards your insurance to lower your rates.
Okay, so I mean, it's a one-time inspection, and it would be worth it then if it lowers your insurance rate. That's going to follow you for the rest of your ownership.
Absolutely. Yeah. And with home inspection companies, mine included, sometimes you get a discount if you do it along with the home inspection. In the case of my company, you get that inspection for $50 on top of the cost.
Oh, okay, that's not bad at all, right?
Yeah. So if you have any questions, if you need a 4-point inspection, ask your inspector, ask your realtor, and we'll be happy to help you out with that.
Okay, so one of the other inspection types that you do is a wind mit or wind mitigation. What is that?
So wind mitigation is another insurance inspection. What we're looking for in a wind mitigation is the roof geometry, the condition of the materials, how it's attached to the roof, does it have hurricane clips, the types of nails or fastening devices that it has, and the actual spacing of the nails.
Okay.
Other things that we're dealing with are window types, garage door types, are they wind rated? And if you do have any of these things, every one of them acts towards a credit to lower the insurance rates and to help you be more insurable to the insurance companies.
Okay, so in our area, it really doesn't matter how near or far you are from the coast, a wind mitt would be valuable in this area.
Absolutely. The wind mitigation standards are the same throughout the state of Florida. It doesn't matter if you're in a flood zone, hurricane zone, or anything. It's all under the same code.
Okay, good to know.
Thank you for sharing. So even after we go over all of the things that the home inspection does cover with our buyers, sometimes we have people who just don't want to fork out the extra money to have that general inspection done. Can you tell us a time when future homeowners were super grateful that they did have one done?
Absolutely. It's a common thing to have some of your buyers be on the fence about whether or not they want to do an inspection, especially with new construction. New construction, everybody thinks that they've dotted the I's, crossed the T's, and everything's good. With the state of real estate market these days, everybody's trying to build homes and get them out there fast and provide a good product, but we're all human, so we tend to miss things here and there. One particular home that sticks out was a 2-story home, brand new construction, walking through the house, going through the electrical part of the inspection, and got to the stairwell and looked up and saw there was a light there, but couldn't find a way to turn the light on. So I started looking around trying to figure out what the real issue was, and what it came down to was that they actually drywalled in where the switch should have been, and the electrical wires were hot inside the wall.
Wow, okay, that's a mistake.
Yeah. So as we go on, the homeowner was very grateful that we found that, and that was one of the things that they had to fix. Secondary item that they had was they had a 8-foot span where they had a 2x4 pole in it that had about a 2-inch bow in it. And
yikes.
Wow.
It was a claim that it was potentially that it was a defective pole, but when they put another one in, it did the same thing again. So
there was just a lot of pressure being put on
There's a lot of pressure on it. Basically, they had 2 beams covering the whole entire span of the front porch.
Wow.
And the middle one, they didn't want to put it anywhere other than where it was at because they didn't want it to be in the center of your window looking
Right,
out.
Yeah. They were going for aesthetics.
Aesthetics.
Right.
Did they fix it?
They eventually fixed it and put a thicker pole in there to make it withstand the pressure.
Right. And I mean, things do happen. Humans are working on these homes. We totally understand it. And they're moving quickly. They're on a deadline. But it's important to have a second opinion, have someone go in and just kind of check those things out for us.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us today and explaining what a home inspection is, and more importantly, why our buyers should definitely consider one.
Yeah, we appreciate your time, TJ. Thank you so much for coming out and giving us a little bit more information. Of course, in the home buying process, there's so much to know. You just can't know it all. So we appreciate all the knowledge you shared with us today.
Absolutely. It's been my pleasure.
Yeah.
A little tidbit here. We're going to scroll below. If you are any one of these, do not forget to ask about a discount.
That's right.
Have a great day.
Bye, guys. Welcome to another episode of Real Estate with Meagan and Brooke. I'm Brooke Eby.
And I'm Meagan Caudill, and my phone is ringing. Sorry.
There was a light there, but couldn't find a way to turn the light on.
You're thinking it just needs a bulb, right?
Yeah, it's just like, and you're just looking up there like, how am I going to turn that light on?
We can cut all this out. You're good. Start when you want.
And 1, 2, ready. Just kidding.
God. Yeah, because the switch wasn't there. So I started looking around trying to figure out what the issue was, and yeah, because it's switch.